Hey, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Ratazar Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and blessings to the hopeful and sincere elect, Akim and Wa Akwaf, Bakoy Akodash. It's just the holy elect, Baha Ratazar in and around the formers of the earth, man. Whoa. Pursuant to Revelations, the 8th chapter, regards to the Third World War, which is definitely coming quickly, man. Which I'm going to read one or two precepts on that. And the Medes, which modern day the Medes are the Russians today, so-called Gog and Magog, which are getting stirred up in the spirit, man. And it's spiritual because the scripture says in Ezekiel 38 that the Lord's going to put hooks in Gog and Magog's jaws, the leader mainly being, Putin, or I call him Tsar Putin. The Russian Tsars and all of that, king, because the word Tsar just means king. So King Putin, man, President Putin's about to retaliate very soon, man, because he's getting his back pushed into a corner, and he's gonna have to fight fire with fire, literally, man, because the words are obviously not getting through to these Western sides, the Western countries, through NATO, especially like the Ukraine, who's working on the side on behalf of NATO and America to back off and stop, encroaching where they're not wanted, man, putting their nose in other people's businesses. So now, things are gonna start backfiring, man, because obviously Ukraine lost the main war for that land that they was fighting over with Russia for the how many years now, and basically Russia's gonna take over that territory, but now they're trying to come through the back door and attack them on the sly, and you got this guy Sleepy Joe giving them sanctioned credence for Zelensky to use long-range missiles to attack Russia. But now Russia's going to start advocating for them ICBM missiles, man. And them ICBM missiles, man, those are the missiles to end any type of war, man, because this war that's going to be fought, it's not going to be with like conventional weapons, it's going to be with nuclear weapons, man. That much more destructive and that much more penetrative, in regards to devastation wise, man. That's why it talks about the third part of man, being son of the wicked, the so-called white people. That they're going to lose all their habitation, man. America, Babylon the Great, is going to be totally destroyed and wiped out by nuclear ICBM missiles, man. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, which you can read about all throughout the scriptures, man. The glittering sword, so on and so forth, the arrows. And Russia's got a lot of them. Now it says in this headline here from the Independent News .co.uk, it says Ukraine, Russia's latest. Zelensky says Putin's forces are using Ukraine as missile testing ground after ICBM missile claim. So Russia claims to have shot down 2 British long-range missiles, Storm Shadows, they're calling them cruise missiles, as an attempt for, Zelensky trying to attack Russia. And now, as I said, Putin's back's he's getting pushed against the wall basically because they haven't retaliated all this time, especially against the West. They've been biding their time, holding back, and now, even before Trump gets back into office, it's looking like we're definitely on the doorstep of war, man. Like Apostle Elder Tahar's latest video, World War III is definitely at the doorsteps, man. And we gotta wait for these last major prophecies to come to pass. But even in the midst of that, I watched one video and the Edomite politician was saying that the elites basically are just basically overstepping the mark, overstepping the territories and breaking international laws so they can force people into a nuclear world war basically because they think they're going to come out on top. And basically, stick digital IDs in everyone. This is out of his mouth. If I get the video up, I can post it. But he's saying out of his own mouth that this is the intentions of the wicked elite to start a war, and basically it's all wars are bankers' wars, and they basically want to come out on top and declare a new world order with everyone having digital IDs. So basically, he said they're fast tracking a new world order. Basically, that they're doing this intentionally, which it is because the scriptures talk about mischief shall be in these devils' hands, man, and they speak on laying snares privily or privately, and Psalm 64th chapter, the counsel of iniquity, the counsel of the wicked. She's talking about these wicked elites. So this is all working in tandem with ultimately these Edomites, these so-called white people, trying to enforce their new world order around the four winds of the earth, which in turn is going to bring forth the micro CHIP technology to the forefront and be mandated around the four winds. And that's when all bets is off. That's when the nuclear missiles are going to be flying like, hellfire basically. And, no one's going to be the winner at the end of this war. Even Biden said that before, before he went back to sleep. Said no one's going to be a winner. At World War III, there's going to be no winners because it's going to be a nuclear war. All these nations are going to be destroying each other basically and destroying their habitations, especially America. So I'll just read the first few verses here and then I'll jump to some scriptures. It says, Vladimir Zelensky says Putin's forces are using Ukraine as missile testing ground after he claimed Russia fired an ICBM into Ukraine for the first time. Yeah, so this is forcing the hand basically of Putin. Says whether this is true or not. Says the Ukrainian president said a missile used in Dnipro matches the speed and altitude of an ICBM missile. However, the US official has contradicted these claims and said it is an intermediate range ballistic missile, not an ICBM missile. So they're saying it's not ICBM intercontinental, but it's an intermediate range missile, basically. Since today, our crazy neighbor once again showed what he really is, Mr. Zelensky said, and how afraid he is. Says all the parameters, speed, altitude, match those of an ICBM missile. All expert evaluations are underway. Obviously, Putin is using Ukraine as a testing ground. So, and the Kremlin's refused to comment on the strike. So, as I said, man, Putin's going to be the reason why America's going to be destroyed, man. Why this Third World War is going to really amp up. Because, they're poking the bear. The term poking the bear. And funny enough, Russia's, is represented by the bear, Revelations, the 13th chapter. And that's going to be the end of this wicked ass society, is the fact that the bear represents Russia and they're going to be the end. They're going to bring down this American Edomite society by way of the ICBM missiles, the wasters that was created to destroy, which are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. So these these Western countries, Ukraine and all that, on behalf of NATO and America, they're doing the wrong thing, man. They're poking the bear, and when the bear pokes back, when it strikes back, man, they're not gonna like it, man, because it's gonna be a gaping wound of destruction. So Revelations 11 and 14 says the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, and we're in the midst of that. Going into the seventh trumpet. This is the third woe, which is we're nigh upon it. It's basically started, but it's gonna amp up, because the Lord said in Revelation 7, He's got the angels holding back the four winds around the river Euphrates. So the midst of that World War III is not going to happen yet, but it will happen. The War of Armageddon is very soon. But this is basically the beginning stages of it, the proxies, the provocation of a major war breaking out. And as I said, these wicked elite, they're basically panicking for this new world order, man, to accomplish it. So they're just pushing buttons and doing the most, overstepping the mark, basically leading to their own demise anyway, because they're going to be taken down by their own wicked devices, as the scripture says. It says Isaiah 13 and put in their own snare. It says Isaiah 13 and 17, and the heading says Babylon, which represents America, says will fall to the Medes, which represents Russia. Behold, I will stir up the Medes. So once again, the Lord's saying He's going to stir up the spirit of the Medes. So Putin's going to advocate for more destruction than ever before in history in the next coming months, going into years or maybe a year. Something crazy is going to happen where Putin's just going to be like, all bets is off. I'm going to attack everyone. He's going to attack the West. Because the UK was responsible for giving Zelensky long-range missiles, as well as America with the Shadow missiles or whatever they're calling them. The UK is involved as well, and Russia's always said that one of the first places they're going to attack against the West is the UK. So because they're basically enabling Ukraine to attack them. So in turn, in retaliation, Russia's going to definitely attack the UK and mainly America. NATO allies basically. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. yeah, the talking's going to come to an end, man, because they've been poking the bear too much. And now they're using Ukraine to keep poking the bear through the advocation of America, which is breaking all kinds of laws, going against the oaths that they set up, basically the contracts that they set up, agreements, should I say, not contracts, but the agreements that they set up. And now, they're pushing the Russia into a corner. So they're gonna have to retaliate sooner rather than later. It says their bows, which represents the missiles, also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity upon the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Yeah, so those missiles are gonna be shot, man. The ICBMs, whether they're intermediate or intercontinental ballistic missiles, they're gonna be used, and they're gonna destroy America, that whole habitation of America. Well, the intercontinental ones are definitely going to do that because they come from a far country, as it says in this same chapter. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms and the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you know, the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah got taken up by fire and brimstone. That was the ancient way of nuclear fire, basically. The Lord split the atoms in the atmosphere and made it fall upon those two major cities and destroy the habitation, and made it unrecognizable even to this day. So that's what's going to happen to America. It's going to become unrecognizable, man. That place is going to be uninhabitable for human domain, man. They're going to turn that place into a desert, and only wild creatures are going to dwell there. But let me jump to the first verse, or the first couple of verses. Prophecies against Babylon, same chapter, Isaiah 13, and I'll start from verse 3. It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in mine highness. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people. This is talking about nuclear missiles. It says, it's a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. It says, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle, man, which is Yahweh Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai. He ruleth in the kingdom of men. And the point is here in verse 5, say they come from a far country. The ICBM missiles are intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Yeah, from Russia all the way to America. It says even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So that whole land of America is going to get wiped the F out. One way or another. One day there's going to come where there's just going to be breaking news. Russia's just declared nuclear war against the West, mainly America, and they've just shot a barrage of missiles and warheads leading towards America, and everyone's just going to be in panic mode watching it and watching America burn on fire. Literally, everyone's going to see it, and they're definitely going to feel that vibration because the earth is going to roll to and fro like a drunkard. So that's going to be the day of the Lord, the judgment of the day on the day of the Lord. So this is what's coming, man. Those missiles are going to be used. Those nuclear missiles are the wastes that was created to destroy it. It tells you in Isaiah 54. So let me jump to the next precept. Jeremiah 51. It says, then 11, make bright the arrows, once again, talk about the arrows, the strong ones, what was that precept that listed here? What was it, that word? I think it was down here. Let me see. Yeah, the bows, basically, same thing. The arrows, the bows, come out of the silos, out of the belly. It says, make bright the arrows and gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. Who's the king of the Medes? That's why I call him Tsar Putin, because the word Tsar in Russia just means king. And he's the king of the Medes right now. Who's that? Putin. So the Lord said he's going to raise up the spirit of the king of the Medes, for his devices against Babylon. Yeah, his device is against America to destroy it because of the vengeance of the Lord and because of the vengeance of his temple, which is his temple, the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans will make up the 12 tribes. The Lord has a controversy against the inhabitants thereof. because they destroyed his people, the apple of his eye. So the Lord in turn is going to get vengeance for what these devils did. He says no winky thing that all the 12 tribes are over there in the Americas, man, scattered abroad basically, and the Lord's going to deliver the elect from America once this war takes place, from the land of the north. So it makes perfect sense. So this is the ultimate judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai against the wicked, against these Edomites, man. Whether they're Russian Edomites or American Edomites, the Lord gonna use them to destroy each other. It tells you in Revelation 6, the red horse that was created to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. To set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong. It says set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes. So America's going to be ambushed one day. And everyone's going to be shooting their missiles on America, man. That's going to be in the midst of World War III. China's going to be involved, Iran, all these different nations, man. It's just, and Israel's going to get blasted to hell and back too. Because that land needs to be cleansed from the damn gutter rats over there, defiling the Lord's land, before the real Israelites go back and inhabit that land with the Lord. It says, for the Lord have both devised and done that which he have spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Yes, the Lord said it, so it's going to happen, man. And his word doesn't return unto him void. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come. This is talking about America, that great city, that merchant city. It says, and the measure of thy covetousness. Yeah, because America's always butting their nose in other people's business. Neither keepeth at home, man. They increase, woe unto them that increaseth that which is not his. They're always encroaching in other people's resources, territories and all that. They got garrisons all over the damn place. They got the most garrisons on the face of the earth, the American army, man. Because they neither keepeth at home. They're very covetous, man. So this is why they receive the punishment that they're gonna receive, and it's worthy of, it's damn near, it's they've earned it, man. They've earned the right to be destroyed, basically. All the wickedness that they've been pursuing and pushing throughout the fullness of the earth, man. They need to be destroyed, man. So let me see here. Is there anything else? Well, I already spoke about the main points anyway. If you want to get the the hook, line, and sinker scripture, the way the Lord pulls back the jaws, put hooks in the jaws of the Medes, Gog and Magog. You can read Ezekiel the 38th chapter. But this war's gonna happen, man. There's nothing that's gonna stop it. The third world is coming definitely quickly, man. We're in the midst of it right now as we speak. This is the beginning, inception of this world war. So all we can do is watch this space, man, and see how it pans out. But this place is on its way out, man. The West is definitely going to be destroyed by way of these ICBM missiles very soon, man. So, all praises and glory be to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakodash. It's shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect.